Hi, pals. Hi, pals, and welcome to the Disneyland Paris Show. Here's your hosts, Lucy, Chris, and Hugh. Gosh. And now, Disneyland Paris News.
Back down the rabbit hole.
An Italian job.
Last splash. Many macarons. Macarons.
Fun and fancy feet. Well, hey there, hi there, ho there, Disney fans, and welcome to another Disneyland Paris Show. Did you miss us? Well, I don't know why, because you must have overdosed on us big style last week.
Oh, aye.
If you're not kind of up to date with our schedule, last Saturday we did a 6-hour charity show for Dementia UK, meaning we didn't do our Sunday show, but I think you'll forgive us for that. We did our dues on the Saturday, and we raised on the night £1,531 for charity. Woo! But we've raised more since, haven't we?
It's 1,048, I think, pounds now on there, and then with the raffle at the moment we're in over the 1,500 mark, I think.
We wanted to raise 1,500 and we did it just at the last minute in the show. It was like it was faked.
Yeah. The raffle for the blanket, the famous Disney blanket that we as a community crocheted, I was going to say knitted, that is still open till midnight tomorrow because it goes right till the end of September. Remember, September is our charity month. So if you're still interested in buying tickets, it's £2 a ticket. And just help us, let's see if we can get to the 2K mark, perhaps, don't know. So our Just Giving page is still open, and our raffle for the blanket is still open till midnight tomorrow, and those links are in the description below, are they not, Christopher?
They are in the description.
Oh, thank
below.
goodness for that.
I've just realised I was sat far too casually, so I've sat up.
Excellent.
Sat up.
You may notice that I'm looking around all over the place. It's because after the success of last week's show using these radio mics, I decided to start using the radio mics for this show as well. So bear with me. I noticed voiceover guy's back in the chat today, so he can tell us what's working and what's not. But I think it worked fairly well last time, so I'm hoping that this can become a regular thing because it's a lot easier to set up and we have space. We don't have a big microphone in front of our mouths, and I like that.
It's weird
not
not having that to hide behind.
It is actually, because I'm central, I was always the one kind of doing this to get seen, so this is nice. I feel free.
Free.
It's also attached to my scarf.
Now
and
what?
my scarf is hiding the fact that I am actually wearing a Bambi jumper. So I am Disneying, but I had to put a scarf on to attach the microphone to, so that's what that's about.
You have to be careful not to touch the microphone though, or run things over it, because then they get a big
Yeah.
kind
Cool.
of noise.
Yay!
Yeah.
Right.
What happens now?
Who's in the chat?
Oh yeah.
Christopher.
Who are they?
There. First in the chat today was Joey. Joey says,
Christmas will be snowing.
Hey everyone, so happy for the show tonight. I've missed you yesterday.
Oh.
Definitely think you should do a New Year's Eve show.
Pushing it, Joey.
Chris says
Pushing
no.
it.
Yeah, Chris read that out earlier and went, they think we should do a New Year's show. No.
Got
It's mainly because it's your house, isn't it? That would be quite a...
your wing of 37 Disney Street.
I would have to not drink on New Year's Eve, and that just seems entirely unfair.
We
Because
also...
that is our night of finishing off all the booze, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
That's what
I
we
don't
do.
drink for like the first half of the year.
Well, this year you did.
So I have to drink it all. Do I?
This year you did, yeah.
We also
You
have
didn't quit for 6 months this year.
No, but I didn't really drink.
No, but not like you. This is a pointless conversation. Let's carry on.
We also
We'll
have
talk about this offline.
we also have a long-standing sort of date with like 8 friends, don't we? And we always
Yeah.
do New Year's together. And if we turned it into a TV show, I'm not sure they'd be pleased about that.
No.
I don't know. They're all showmen, aren't they? So they're
Oh,
probably
that's true.
they
That's
thrive,
true.
I think.
Question from Joey: Which Disney or Pixar character annoys you the most? I thought about this for a while, and I went, ooh, Gabby from Toy Story 4. No. And then Chris went, it's Forky. I said, it's Forky.
It has to be.
I don't like Forky. I don't get him. He's not funny in the way, he's not witty. This is one of my main problems with Toy Story 4 was it's not witty in the way that the others are. It's just kind of silly. Mm-hmm. And Goofy's just too slapstick. And he's not witty or sophisticated in any way. He is trash.
He is utter trash.
He is
I agree.
trash.
Mine is going to be a little bit unpopular because I know this is a big favourite with a lot of people, but I don't like Stitch.
No.
And I don't
Stitch.
like him because he's naughty and noisy, and it's that he stresses me out. It makes me want to discipline him. I don't like it, and so the whole film just makes me feel a bit tense. I've never really liked it.
But he has redeeming qualities, unlike Forky, who doesn't have any redeeming qualities.
That's true.
What's yours,
That's
Chris?
true. He's
I-
quite sweet at the end.
I thought long and hard about it. I could have just jumped on the Forky wagon. But what I've gone for is Peter Pan. He's just obnoxious, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's not a very nice kid. They've made this entire book and then a film out of him. And he's just not very nice.
I don't like the way he says, "Here we go." When you get in the ride and he does that, I just go, shut up.
Is it just Bobby Driscoll you don't like, though? Not so much the character?
Maybe. Sorry, Bobby.
Do we like Robin Williams in Hook though?
Yes, because Peter Pan's redemption arc is in Hook, isn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't really have that in Peter Pan.
No, that's it. You can't have a character arc for someone who's just perpetually underdeveloped, can you? You know what I mean?
Perpetually petulant.
Yeah, absolutely. We lost the lovely Maggie Smith this week.
We did, didn't we?
It's a big sad one.
Yeah.
Talking of Hook.
People were in Florida at the castle at Universal holding wands in the air, weren't they?
Oh no, don't tell me that. I
Yeah.
can't bear that.
Who was she in Hook?
She was
Wendy.
Wendy, yeah.
Yeah.
Was she?
But
Yeah.
old
She's old Wendy, yeah.
I was joking, and then I
No,
thought,
she was
actually, it's
Wendy.
probably not. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, next in the chat is John.
Oh, yeah.
Second in the chat. Yeah, this show's just going to be who's in the chat. John says, "Hey guys, how are you all recovering after last Saturday?"
I'm okay. I'm more recovering from last night because last night I was down in West Sussex for my grandmother's 95th birthday, and I drank fair amount of beer, and Laura drove home today. So I'm just feeling a bit rough, and you can probably tell because my voice is considerably lower than it usually is. I'm channeling my inner Barry White right now.
My voice is fine because I had one bottle of Proper Job in the bath.
Nice.
Lucy last night said, "I've got some work to do, so can we sit quietly while I do it?" Because I had some work to do as well. But she said, "Oh, you can have a bath," and I went, "Oh yeah!"
I kicked him out of his own bedroom because I wanted to work on my laptop.
Kick me into a bath anytime. Congratulations again on such a wonderful charity stream. Thank you, John. Thank you very much.
I couldn't talk till Wednesday. Like I had totally lost my voice on Monday and Tuesday, but I have those issues.
I had a big downer.
It's weird. We
Oh,
haven't spoken as much in the chat like between shows as we have like normally, and I think we were just like, I don't know. It felt like a kind of finale. That charity show.
Oh no! Don't say that.
And then we had to come back again this week.
Yeah. Andrew says hello. Well done last week. Thank you, Andrew.
Thanks, Andrew.
Olaf is clearly the most annoying. He's up there.
Yeah.
It's his character design I don't like the most. It's a bad character design. He has a beak and one big singular tooth.
Who? Oh,
Olaf.
Olaf.
What is that? It doesn't look like a snowman in any way.
No.
He has a beak.
Gravitationally, you couldn't make that shape head on a snowman, could you?
No.
You know what I mean? Unless you're very, very icy snow.
Chip. Chip's annoying. Don't anyone dare tell me that he's cute.
God,
He's just irritating.
Lovely.
Chip.
From Beauty and the Beast, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant Chip and Dale.
No, not Chip
I
and
thought,
Dale. Chip.
I thought of the two of them, Chip's. Surprising that you would say not the Chip and not Dale.
Dale's irritating, but in an acceptable way.
Whitney says, "Hi everyone, 29 days to Disneyland Hotel."
Oh, hotel.
I'm having a hard time answering that question. Well, you think of someone annoying.
Yeah.
Maybe it's us. Are we Disney characters yet? No.
No.
Hello to Jimmy. Jimmy has, I don't know if you know, a big pink hand.
Pink hand.
And waves that every week, and we like to see it. And then there's me in the chat, and then there's Lucy, but it's actually Bonnie, waving a pink hand as well.
I'm
And
waving
we've
at
also
Bonnie.
got Ed, and Guy is here. Good evening, happy Sunday. Guy also says, Mike's sounding really nice, and now we can see you too.
I don't know what to do with myself, because normally I speak into the microphone, I kind of look at the microphone while I'm doing it, and now I feel this pressure to do something, and it's leading to my hands being over my face all the time.
Lisa says, evening everyone, 13 days until DLH
Everyone's
at
going to-
DLP. So excited now.
Everyone's going to the Disneyland Hotel.
And hi to Ruthie and Maria. Well done on last week's show. Thank you for the wonderful afternoon. Oh, thanks, Maria. Thanks for coming.
Oh, thanks, Maria.
Oh, thanks, Maria. Oh, thank you very much. Maria. Next to us, we've got Cheryl. Hi there, Cheryl. She says evening, all with a little smiley face there. Thank you, Cheryl. And we've also got Vanta, who says hello, coming from Claremont, Florida.
Oh, Claremont.
Get Florida on. I'll get it on the list.
Okay.
We need to scratch a bunch off.
A couple off today.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know exactly where Claremont is. I hope you're not in the path of Hurricane Helene, because I've seen some really upsetting images from Florida this week, so I hope you're all doing well there, Vanta.
Lisa says the character that most annoys her is the good dinosaur, Arlo.
Yeah,
well,
I get
I
that.
mean, yeah.
That's not a character though, it's a film, isn't it?
And-
That's
Yeah,
the most
film.
irritating Disney or Pixar film.
While we're at that, the spoilt little brother out of Brother Bear, you know,
Yeah.
who really learns very little.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Joey says Peter Pan is annoying. I can't stand Snow White. The voice grates me.
Oh, yeah.
Jade says, hey all, I'm with Lucy. I don't care for Stitch. And there's too much Stitch merch. There's a lot of Stitch merch.
There is a lot of Stitch merch.
Tanya says, hey guys. And that's everyone.
Hey, hey.
Hello everyone.
Oh, we had such a good week last week, guys. I mean, people are thanking us for it, but I just want to thank you, because if there hadn't been people there with us in the chat kind of playing along, it would have been very difficult to do. And the amount we raised was amazing. Now, if you weren't there, because I know the people who were actually with us on the day raised a lot of money. So if you want to contribute and you weren't there on the day, like I'm saying, our Just Giving and everything is still open. And, you know, you get a big surge of good feeling if you help us.
By the way, Vanta Carew says, we did get a lot of rain, not much damage, but it's like a 30-minute drive to Magic Kingdom.
Oh, nice. I mean, nice location to live. Not nice that you got a lot of rain. I saw the images of Disney World as well, and it was people sort of running headlong into rain.
I've missed all of this. I saw a message from someone on TikTok earlier saying that they were thinking about everybody, and that's all I knew about it. I knew nothing else. I've been a bit blinkered this weekend, I think.
That's all right. You're allowed to do that.
In fact, this last week, it's just been a bit of a whirlwind. I'm glad you just said thanks to me, because I've been waiting all week for you to say thank you to it, and to Hugh as well. That's why I've not been messaging on the group.
You are?
I'm joking.
Oh no!
I'm
Thank
joking.
you, Chris. It was amazing.
I
You
got
did so well.
I forgot to give them
It
on
was
the show,
great.
but I got Chris a cheap bottle of coconut drink, and I got Lucy a wine because she once said, I like wine on the show, but that's upstairs.
I still think you need to do a sticker design for that.
Yeah.
And then we've got 3 decent stickers and not just the one with the
Don't
logo on
really
it.
drink much wine. I said this once on the show, and now that is going to be my. And people are going to think I've got an alcoholic catchphrase.
Did you have a glass of wine on the show and then you remembered that you liked it?
I had a glass of wine, having not had wine in like 18 months, and I went, "Oh, I've just remembered. I like wine." And then that became a catchphrase for someone who'd had one glass in 18 months.
Could be worse.
Oh, well.
Anyway, bit of news.
Bit of news. Let's do that,
A
shall we?
little bit of news.
Let's go on to that.
Why we're here.
Bong.
Bong. So, Alice and the Queen of Hearts Back to Wonderland is going back to Wonderland. It's going back down the rabbit hole. It is has its season finale yesterday, I do believe. And it will be back next year. So that's it. That's gone for the winter.
Oh, it's coming back.
It is coming back.
Great.
I'm not sure exactly when next year, but presumably it's a warmer weather thing, so I imagine it's going to be a spring situation.
I mean, I haven't seen it, but I've seen bits of it, and I'm just not fussed to
I
see it.
know,
I'm not bothered about
but
seeing
we're
it.
going.
Really? It just looks so quirky. I think that's...
I'd see it as a spectacle, but like, you know, if I never saw it, I wouldn't think, oh, drat, I missed that show.
It looks so unique, and we're going in 61 days, and I just really thought I want to see it so I can tell people what it's like, because we do this show, you need to know, and it looks so weird, and the reactions have been so varied. I would really have loved to see it, but we're not going to see it. It appears to be a warm weather thing.
Not happening.
So that's gone. And then I'm going to double down on that piece of news with you. Next one, The Last Splash, 1 million splashes of colour, but this one closes permanently next week, I think.
Oh.
I know, so that one
People
is going.
have loved that as well, haven't they?
I love the look of that.
Yeah, it looks really good. And it's off the back of a good one for the 30th as well that we've just had. So
I know.
They're knocking them out of the park at the moment, so something good will be back no doubt in sort of February, March time.
It will, and what it's leaving for is first the Halloween cavalcade, and then secondly the Christmas cavalcade. So that's what it's actually going for. So then come January, do we know what we're getting in January? I know we're getting nighttime shows and things.
Wind and snow.
Yeah,
And
true.
sleet.
Even though it stays permanently, I wouldn't be surprised, like you said before we started filming, if this came back in some guise with some reskin or something and revamped, because they've used those actual floats many a time, haven't they, and just redecorated them, and it was very, very popular. So watch this space, people. But for now, we've got seasonal parades only until at least the first week in January.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a bit parched, Hubert.
Hey, ole, it's showtime! All together! Your tiki 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 cup in your tiki 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 cup. Well, you made yourself a beverage, I'll drink it up from your tiki 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 cup.
I bought this about a month ago. It's just grape soda, American style.
Oh.
From Aldi. I'm loving an Aldi at the moment. We went to a trampoline park in Barnsley today, and there was an Aldi nearby, so I went there and I had a lovely time.
Nice.
The autumn trees in the car park, and got some Halloween cereal. Anyway, some grape soda because it's vaguely like, you know, American, because grape's a big flavour over there. It's not so much a flavour here, is it?
I don't really know what... I mean, I know what grapes taste like. I know what fermented grapes taste like, but I don't know what, like, pop...
It just tastes like bubble gum to me.
It's got a slightly medicinal flavour, but not in the
bubblegum
same way that root
flavour.
beer does.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's grape. I was going to say something.
It's
and I don't
all
know what I
right.
was going to say. Oh, I know. Tiki cup thing. I sent you a picture, didn't I, this week? Because
yeah.
I got some vouchers from work, and and I was just flicking through, and I noticed that there's a geeky tiki cup that is the but it's promoted as being a droid from the Mandalorian, but it's not, is it?
It's the Pee Wee Herman voice, not Pee Wee Herman, but Paul Rubin voice. Rex R3X, is it? From it's from an old ride, but they've repurposed the model, haven't they, for something else?
It's Star Tours it's from, isn't it?
I think it was in something before that.
Oh,
it was like a DJ or something.
DJ Rex.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yes, I think. Yeah.
But yeah, so there's like a tiki.
It has been somewhere.
There's a tiki cup version of him.
And I'm very much contemplating buying it, but I still haven't decided yet.
Have you guys had grape flavoured things before?
Yeah.
Is this what grape flavoured things always taste like?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
You get
Is
grape Fanta that tastes like
This
that.
tastes like a chemical concoction. It doesn't
Yeah.
actually taste like food.
That's
Do you
what I
know
mean.
what
It's got a bit of a root beery
Well,
quality to it.
It says American style, and the last, like, my most vivid memory of this was getting a Cheshire Cat slush or something, and I thought, oh, that sounds fun, and I struggled through it, and I can have anything like sweet like that, and I just thought, this isn't very nice.
It tastes like deep heat.
Oh yeah, it does. It
That's
does.
what it tastes like. What deep heat smells like.
I don't know, because I had some, is it Fireball,
Mhm.
that drink, and that tastes like deep heat.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, the Fireball gobstoppers used to taste like that as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right, bit more news.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Bit more news, is it?
Yeah. So, I'm gonna save that for last. I'm gonna
Okay.
save that for last.
Oh,
Good idea.
yeah,
Everyone
we
agrees.
got something juicy coming up.
Well, yeah, juicy. Many macarons. So,
I really like stumbled over the word macaron in the intro. I'm sorry.
we've got
I enjoyed it.
a new counter. It looks quite a small counter. Do you know what it looks like? It looks like the size of one of those like mini fridges that you have ice creams in.
Okay.
But a new counter in Chez Marianne, which serves just macarons, lots of different flavoured macarons.
I love a macaron.
The one in the Remy area.
Yes, this is the gift shop next to Remy, next to the toilets where I got
Okay.
my sunglasses stolen. Long story.
It's a short story.
That's
the,
it.
The person behind you stole them and then pretended they hadn't.
Yeah. Okay.
The person who followed you into the stall, you went back to the stall for your sunglasses and you said, well, there's some sunglasses in there. And they said, no.
Yeah.
But there was.
Yeah. Anyway, so you've got a new counter in there, and it is 6 macarons for €11, which I couldn't quite work out the scale of the macarons because sometimes it can be very small, but that doesn't sound bad to me.
No,
6 for
they're
11.
usually like an inch and a half, 2 inches wide. Huh?
How does that feel? 6 for 11. It depends how big.
I think 6
can
for
get
11
them-
is pretty decent.
If they're in a nice box and it is Disney, that sounds
Acceptable.
acceptable. It's exactly
Yeah.
the word I was going to say.
Yeah.
Not reasonable, not good. It's acceptable for where you are.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah.
It'll
So there
do.
you go.
It'll do.
Where was that place where they were talking about macarons? They were selling some somewhere, and someone was saying you can go over the road somewhere in Paris and get them for like half that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's something I saw. Something I saw. I can't.
Iceland sell nice macarons
Do
in
they?
the freezer department. Yeah, they're gooey and tasty and wonderful.
It's not, I've only had like a handful ever in my life.
Oh, I love them.
When at the Epcot Food and Wine Fest, no, it wasn't Food and Wine. Maybe it was the art one. What's that called? Festival of the Arts.
Imaginative.
The French Pavilion did like a macaron lollipop on a stick. It was chocolate. It was immense. It was big. It was good. It was gooey.
I don't. Do you know what? I'm not into this trend of putting things on sticks. You know the cake pops.
Yeah.
Something about the stick bit, I just feels unnecessary.
Well, it's not big enough for a stick, is it?
No.
It's literally, it's you pop it in your mouth and you eat it.
But like, even if they just gave it to me in a little bag,
Yeah.
I don't want it on the stick.
No. I'm with you.
It's a way. It's just a way of putting it into your mouth. I can use my fingers.
You're not going to have a bite because
It makes it feel like it somehow makes it feel smaller putting a stick on it than it is.
and if you do eat it in 2 bites and you've had 1 bite of it,
Yeah.
it just looks a bit stupid, doesn't it? Like a half bitten.
I'm trying to dodge the
Ball.
stick, so I'm like going
Yeah.
like that.
I don't get it.
Okay, fair enough. I get that. Fun and fancy feet.
We gave that some stick.
Now then, Capernaum are doing.
That goes like fun and fancy free.
Capernaum are doing a fashion show on the 1st of October at Disneyland Paris. So this is
it?
it's a collaboration. Oh, I immediately lost it then. There it goes. It's a collaboration with the brand, and they're doing it on Central Plaza at 10:30 p.m. Central Eastern Time. So it's an after hours thing. But the thing that caught my attention,
Oh, I've seen these.
Hugh, if you
I
could,
can zoom in on you. Hang on.
What is that?
oh, can you zoom in? Are these shoes? Go on, get them a bit closer.
Get them a
Hugh.
bit closer.
So, I like them. The high heels, so I wouldn't wear them in the park.
You like them like you would wear them on a regular basis?
I just don't know. I like that they exist in the world. I would need to see them on my feet. I'm also
It looks like you've gone, mouse, and then stomped on it.
So odd.
skeptical of the like health and safety aspect. There they are from a different angle.
Oh, do you know what? I like them though.
I like
They look
'em.
better from the normal, like looking straight down at them from your own point of view. They look odd, but I mean they are still weird. But
Yeah.
I
wonder
that's
how-
a weird thing because the ears are the wrong orientation on that because they're on the underside of
And if they're going to be on the underside, surely they should be at the back, not at the front.
yeah.
I don't get it. I'm
I
sorry, but I
would
just
try
don't
them on
get
in
it.
the shop and see, but I bet they're
Get a picture again so I can.
extraordinarily expensive.
Did we? Yeah, we'll give you a closer view of this. Listeners, you're gonna have to Google it. What are they called?
The Caperni is the brand, and it's a collaboration with Disney. And I don't think they're called anything. Mickey
It looks like
Mouse
someone
is.
stood on Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
It's like squashed him.
What do they think in the chat?
I'd,
Let us
I
know.
would need to know a price. I would be open to it. However,
How much do you like them? Tell us. How much do you like them?
Ed says I'd feel like I'd be walking in diving flippers.
Yeah.
instinctively, I like them to a 6.5 out of 10. But that it's all on what
But
it
how
looks
many
like.
euros do you
No,
like
no,
them?
Oh, how
Money,
many
money.
euros do I like them?
You know how we do.
If I liked them, I would 65 euros.
I would
like
say
them.
60.
Okay.
If I didn't like them, I didn't like them. If I didn't like them, I might 20 euros like them.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
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 Interesting.
But this is doing a full fashion show on Tuesday. So I don't know what the rest of the pieces are going to look like. This is just like a teaser kind of thing.
I like the idea that they've got loads of they've got a hat, glasses, a necklace, a jacket, and everything
So
just
fun.
has these ears stuck on in weird places. Ears on the shoulders, ears on the elbows, 2 on each elbow, gloves with ears on the end of each finger.
I tell you what, Hugh, it would really set off your Mickey Mouse outfit that you wore back in the day.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
You had big yellow shoes for that, didn't you?
Should I put that on the Facebook group?
I think you've done it before. Oh, maybe on
Yeah, but
Twitter
it
before.
bears repeating, let's be honest.
I'll put it on now.
Is it all Mickey stuff, this thing, or are there going to be some Donald shoes that are just like his butt?
Oh,
on
that
the
would be
front?
good.
Just like a big furry butt on the front of your shoe.
That would be good. I don't know why they don't do Loungefly backpacks that are just Donald's butt, because he's got
Oh,
an
yeah.
icon. He's one of the most iconic backsides. Him and Beyonce, him and Beyonce have got rear ends covered, don't you think? And the Renault Megane, of course.
Listeners, I'll put this on the Disneyland Paris Facebook group if you remember that. I do have another picture of this which is better, but I'm holding up a finger in a way that isn't very family friendly. So
It does not disappoint, that picture. Every time I see it, it's just very pleasing. Very satisfying.
yeah, I'll pop it in the group now. There we go.
Oh dear. Right.
Joe says, Hugh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, do you know what? I was on the radio that night. I went into a takeaway and someone said, "Hi, we're from the local whatever the station was in Hull," and he said, if you can go up to the counter he said, if you will just do a shout out for this show, they said you can have some free chips from this takeaway, and I did. So I was like, "Hi, listen to so and so FM every day. Oh gosh." And the guy was like, "Well, I don't know about that impression." And I thought, "That's not a bad impression, mate." and then I went into the place for the free chips, and they were like, "What?" I did get some, but they were like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "That guy just said I could have some free chips." Like,
It doesn't work
they're
here.
like, go on then.
Should we brace ourselves for this last piece of news then?
Yeah.
Bonnie has just seen that picture for the first time and has put in the chat, "Daddy, what?"
Do you know what? I bought a black swimming cap. I made some cardboard ears that stayed on really well. I taped them down. I had a white. I found a black foam nose, like a clown nose, but black. It all came together. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Should we have a look at this? Right. The last piece of news is Disney has released concept art for what they are going to do with Planet Hollywood. I'm afraid
brilliant.
it's not the Death Star. I know that was a favourite. It is a mediocre Italian restaurant. Sorry, I've
Oh, look, it's right next door to the Royal Pub as well.
Chris, today we went to, what's that Springs retail?
The Springs.
The
The
Springs.
Springs, North Leeds. Oh, it was lovely. It's got a nice feeling to it. There's trees around, you know, it's just got a lovely atmosphere. Went to Hotel Chocolat, a lovely time. And I was thinking, if this restaurant was there, I would look at it and I'd go, oh, look at that. That looks quite nice. This
Yeah.
is in Disney.
Yeah.
And
It's-
quite nice in Disney is bad.
it's
I
not.
actually... Sorry, go on.
Sorry, it's not only in Disney. It's the first thing you. It's like when they ruined Cafe Mickey. It's the first thing you see when you're coming out of the train station or the car park, isn't it? It's on that corner.
Yeah.
And like Cafe Miss, was it Chef Mickey's Cafe Mickey? Which one
Yeah,
was it?
Cafe
Mickey.
Mickey,
Cafe Mickey was the first thing you'd see when you walk from the hotels. So it's like they've taken that. People have memories of that. That gets kids excited. That gets butterflies in your tummy.
Are you telling me that all this cladding doesn't get children excited?
I think it's red. Me and Hugh are having this discussion. I think that's red brick if you zoom in.
Is it?
Close enough, I think. I don't know if that changes your opinion.
I mean, no, it doesn't.
I'm gonna go in. Gonna go in really close for you. I think it's red brick.
It does look like red brick. It
Red brick.
does look like red brick. Even better.
I
mean,
It is a nice building.
Yeah.
But it's got,
For a retail park in North Leeds.
it's not quirky at all. It's not quirky. It's not narrative driven. I think that's what we really need to be talking about when it comes to Disney.
It's not fun.
No.
I genuinely saw this picture and thought, they're changing that Cafe Rosalie already? Because it literally, all right, so it's red brick, so fair enough, it's not quite the same, but to look at it, it looks like it's the same flipping thing. It's just more of the same. It's
style, isn't it?
And we've already seen what McDonald's is going to look like as well. They're just taking all the character out of the village completely.
So
No.
it's just going to be like a nice, like a row of nice restaurants, and that's the best you could say about it. You know, it's not like a destination where you go, oh, and also it's got the shopping area, and this is going to be quite cool and fun. Like, you know, there's still quite a lot of character in Disney Springs, isn't there? You know, it's like
I'd say this would fit well in Disney Springs.
it would,
to be
but at the
fair.
same time, it does have, you know, the volcano and the T-Rex restaurant and the Disney store with Stitch spitting water out, and
You see, they've got
Oh, shit.
Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar, which is Jock Lindsay is the pilot out of Indiana Jones. I don't know if you remember that bit. You
is
know,
that what
like-
that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they've got this restaurant that's just an Italian restaurant, I think, but it's themed to like he crashed his plane and then decided to use the parts to build a restaurant. So it's still just a restaurant, but they've managed to give it some story, and that's what Disney does so well. Now the problem with this patch is it's a third-party operated patch. It was third party when it was Planet Hollywood. Disney are not in the mood to be taking over restaurants like that and running them themselves. So they've just sent it to the highest bidder. But instead of insisting that bidders think about some kind of narrative and they think about the fact that they're a weenie, they've just let them do what they want to do, clearly.
Tracy's just pointed out in the chat that there's Belle there. Does that mean that the Garden of Wonders statues are all going into the village?
They already are, aren't
Are they already there?
They've certainly been on other concept art, that they were going to be put
Interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
that's something, isn't it?
there. Yeah.
That at least there's a nod there.
John says, surely Vapiano's got to be going if this is going in literally next door. That's the thing, you've got two Italian-style restaurants.
You can never
Right.
have enough Italian-style restaurants, though, can you?
I mean, we love Italian food, but
Yeah.
that's not why I go to Disney for like a nice Italian restaurant.
I went to
Bonnie says,
Vapiano's.
Father, I'll never see you the same after that.
I went to Vapiano's in London on Wednesday. Fun fact.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Jade says, why aren't they going all out with Disney theming? If there's any way you can go right up to Gaudi/quirky line, surely Disney is it. Ed says, the lack of Disney in the village refurb is very intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's they don't want things to date. They don't want, but I don't know. It's all bottom line, isn't it? And there's things that they have to consider, like what is easy to maintain, what kind of material is easy to maintain, what is not going to date quickly, what is going to be sustainable, how many people can we fit in this restaurant, how many covers can we do, things like that. But I feel all of this is short-sighted. We say it every time they do it, but usually I'm like, do you know what? Disney tend to get it right in the long run. We don't agree with the concept art, but it'll be good in the long run. In this case, as with the Cafe Mickey, I'm just like, what are you doing? I just feel cross about it.
It's what's happening with the resorts in America, in Florida in particular. They're going for like nice, slightly upmarket, and it's just coming across as boring.
Hilton.
All they'd need to do to make that just a little bit more like fun is just have a big fiberglass bit of ravioli on the top. Just a giant ravioli, fiberglass, bit of sauce painted on the top. Be just nice that.
Date the walls and do what they've done in Avengers Campus with the Stark, with the bits of Stark paintwork and stuff on the walls. Just things like that. Something like that to give it a bit of a nod to something would be good as well. They're not going to do that though because they just want middle of the road acceptableness.
You see, when they refurbished Disney Springs, that's pre-us, to be honest. I never went to it when it was whatever it was before Downtown Disney or whatever it was. Yeah. But they did a whole storyline. It's like the size of a town. But they did a whole storyline about some kind of mill thing that did this and then did that, and that's where the springs came from. And then so the whole town has got a storyline. And they're refurbishing this Disney Village, which is basically one road. And they had an opportunity, Imagineers had an opportunity to just come up with something unique and Paris and
it already had
anything
something
else.
unique. It already had something like really. All they need to do is spruce up the 90s feel in general in the place, and it would have been great.
The story here is a bunch of third-party operators got together and decided, let us make some money and we'll put our boring restaurants all together.
That's literally what it is, with no accountability or cohesion. It's just the gutting of the Disney Village is an absolute crime that I just can't get over.
This thing about things dating, they only date for a little bit, and if you just ride through that, like I'm thinking of Discoveryland. Discoveryland? Is that what's called, Discoveryland?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. That's dated, but in a lovely way. I love how dated that is.
Yeah.
It probably felt really dated in the like noughties, but now I'm like, it just looks dead early 90s, and I love that.
So what have we lost? We've lost Planet Hollywood. We've lost Castle Ludwig's Castle. We've lost.
We have gained a
Cafe.
British pub though.
Yeah.
McDonald's is changing.
Yeah. McDonald's.
We still got.
That's the ultimate third party. And also, I trust McDonald's as a company to kind of go a bit flagship with that kind of thing. They don't miss an opportunity for creativity, do they really?
Still got a Nets.
We've still got a Nets.
That's fun enough.
We've still got Rainforest Cafe, Tanya, and I don't think that that's going, but they have taken like the giant mushrooms off, haven't they? Did I imagine that?
Don't know.
Or are they just refurbing them? They've taken some quite iconic things off the outside.
John says, I guess Billy Bob's is the next one for the chop. Can't see them keeping a fun Western-themed restaurant now.
No.
Tanya says,
It's
what about
literally the
Rainforest
next one
Cafe?
along as well, isn't it?
Tracy says, it has a similar feel to the restaurants in downtown Disney, California. Tanya says, what about Rainforest Cafe? Ed says, the big question is what will happen to World of Disney? I'm sure it will stay, but will it change, and how?
Oh, some people were tagging me this week because the Tinkerbell got taken off the World of Disney for less than a week, because this hadn't happened last week, and she's back on now. You all know that that's like my butterfly in my chest moment is when I see Tinkerbell on the top of World of Disney. But she's back. Don't fret.
Phew.
I know.
You should put a word in and just say, if you're ever thinking of taking that down, can I have it?
Yeah. Yeah, basically, the village is about what is the most efficient way of getting money out of people. They don't care how people feel when they're there. They don't care about the excitement, the overall experience, or at least this is what I think. They might disagree. That's what I'm getting. I hate being negative about Disney, but there it is.
But then maybe it means more people will spend more time in the parks and not in the village, and using the shops in the parks and the restaurants in the parks, and that's a benefit to Disney because the village is the third party bit, and maybe they don't want everybody going and eating there. Or maybe they don't want it to look too attractive, so that when people are just going there for the day, who aren't going into the parks, that they don't enjoy themselves too much. I don't know. I don't see the logic behind any of it, so I find it really difficult to find any kind of reason with it.
I wonder, there must be some logic. I wonder if they're aiming for it to be an area for locals to go and eat. You know, like we do go up to Junction 27 or to the Springs or something.
But it already is that though, isn't it? It already is a bit of a destination place for locals. So I don't think...
I understand why they took characters out of Cafe Mickey, because people could go for character meals and not go to the parks.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's tight,
Oh no.
but I understand it. I don't think many people did. Do you think there was loads of people like going, oh, we're not going to go in the parks, but we really want to hug Mickey Mouse? Most people are there for the week, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's my thing. I don't know. What are they saying in the chat, Huey?
It's about Tinkerbell.
Oh.
Just people speculating. It's fine.
Okay.
I think we I can read out what Tanya and Emmy have said. Was it off last weekend? I can't remember seeing Tinkerbell. And Emmy says, I was there this week and Tink wasn't up on Tuesday, but was there on Wednesday.
She's back.
So that's what's happening in the chat. Tinkerbell chat.
Right. I saw some chat today, this week, with people saying they just can't get over the fact that we have to wait until 2026 for Frozen.
Yeah, funny one that, isn't it?
And when you really think about it, like at the time I just went, oh, is that the deal? Oh, that's a bummer. When you really think about it, it's bonkers. Absolutely bonkers.
It's weird when... I think it's tricky when you've got kids like our age. Like, you know, Bonnie would be like 12 probably next time. You know, maybe 11 when we went there. You know, and then you worry that, you know, are they going to outgrow it before it's even built? Type of thing.
See, Laura's even saying now do we actually want to go this next year because we wait another year and a half, 2 years, and then go. Maybe it's a better thing to do that. So I just said, well, you know, we've got a deposit sat there, so we've already kind of got a deposit to go. But I've had a bit of a look, and that would pay for me to go on my own for 2 nights.
Oh, you should.
And Laura went, well, just go then. Just go.
Really?
That's fine. Just go. You just go. Try explaining that to the kids.
Did she say that in a supportive way or in
she
a
did
passive?
say it actually in a very supportive way.
Or in a passive-aggressive way? Supportive way?
I mean, she was half serious, I think.
Okay.
But then I thought, well, actually, yeah, but then we could do that. But then I don't know how the 3 of us could go to Disney and not take the kids.
No, I know.
I don't know how we could do that.
No.
Wouldn't go down well here.
No.
No.
Jade says, I feel like Paris is such a great opportunity at the moment. It's kind of a turning point because of all the developments with Tokyo, Hong Kong, Walt Disney World. They could do so much with the parks and village.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So much, but yeah, they're not really.
No.
Ah, well.
I know. Well, I mean...
Well, they are in the parks.
I always reserve the right to just be surprised and just get to it and go, do you know what? That was delicious. Do you know what? This looks really nice. Because I've done it so many times. Now, speaking of which, we've got a trip coming up in 61 days, which we have told you about. Woohoo! We also talked about the content that we'll be making. Double woohoo! We've budgeted to go to Silver Spur Steakhouse and Waltz. We've told you about that. But then we've decided there is also a budget to do one more restaurant review, a big one. And we're either going to do Royal Banquet at the Disneyland Hotel or Tables de Lumiere at the Disneyland Hotel. So I want to know, which would you like to see us review the most? Now, I think that we're leaning towards Tables de Lumiere because we did Royal Banquet when it was what was it? Innovations.
Inventions.
Inventions. Was it inventions?
Inventions? What was it called?
I think it was called Inventions.
Yeah.
So we've done that
Think.
area. We just haven't met King Mickey and Queen Mickey and all that kind of thing. But really, we're doing this for you. Whoa, what a sacrifice. We're doing this for you. So you tell us, which would you rather see us review, if that's at all helpful to anyone. Yes. Right, that's all she wrote, boys.
Cool. Laura did say that she'd quite happily have Bonnie as well if we did go.
Oh, really?
Bonnie, don't worry, we'd never go without you.
I couldn't go without the boys either, in all honesty.
No.
And also, would you want to? Maybe, but
I wouldn't say no.
But you wouldn't like to, would you?
No.
But at the same time, you would. But
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to.
No.
But you would.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
No.
Definitely.
People in
Yeah,
the chat,
no.
would you snap up the chance to go without your kids, or could you just not leave them? What do you think?
I'd feel guilty the whole time. Is what it is.
Bonnie looks like she's
Yeah.
going to cry.
I think if it was Run Disney, I know the plan when and if it comes back with Run Disney is that Laura would come and she would look after the kids when we're running. But I think
We haven't told her that yet, but
No.
yes,
I think
that's the plan.
that's the one occasion where I might be like, do you know what? We're going on the Friday. We're coming back Sunday. We're doing this thing. That might be the occasion I did that because I left Hugh and Bonnie at home last time to do Run Disney. But now Bonnie and Lucas, I think, would do the 5K. Don't you reckon?
Probably, yeah.
And there's kids.
Bonnie says yeah, she's nodding away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
They'd want to do the actual race, I think, because it's a lot of fun.
Ollie would do it as well, actually.
I
If-
don't
if
know.
he's old
I
enough.
think there might be an age limit. I'm not sure what it is.
but
But they do.
By the time they bring it back, if they ever do,
Oh,
then
yeah.
Yeah, it'll be about 14.
They did do
25.
kids,
Shaving.
they did do kids races, and I think they did like a 1K and a 2K, I think, for different ages.
cool.
Andrew says kids are a great excuse for smaller rides, but would like to try all the drinks once. Yeah, so it's a bit weird going on Snow White.
Oh no, I'd still go.
I
on
say
it.
it's weird. No, it isn't, because there's a lot of like people who think it's weird to go to Disney without kids, but you're less likely to go on those like
Well, yes and no, because
dark rides.
my kids won't go on Snow White or Pinocchio because they're
Yeah.
scared of them.
Yeah.
So
But
No,
the drinks
I'd
thing's another thing.
gladly go on with
It would be nice to go and get your buzz on
yeah.
all day.
I mean,
Yeah.
again, Bonnie's not really stopping us doing that. But yeah, I know what you're saying. I tell you what would be weird: going in like Stitch Live without kids would be weird.
That
Maybe,
would be
maybe
weird,
go
yeah.
into Disney Junior that's just closed. The Dream Factory would be
Even
closed.
weirder now that it's closed.
Yeah, I know.
Lisa says
Yeah.
I'd feel guilty a bit with parents coming with us and using the kids club at hotel, hoping to get a little child free to shop.
Ooh.
That sounds good, yeah.
Do big rides and drinks.
Yeah.
Big rides and drinks. Tanya says, I just went to DLP with the kids and I can't imagine going without them. Their reactions were my highlights.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with that
yeah,
as
yeah.
well. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited to go at Christmas. Every so often during the week, I keep going, oh, I'm so excited. Oh, well.
It's going to be good.
Yes, it will.
Yes. I have a trip report.
Let's
Go on,
do it.
let's trip report.
Shouldn't you be eating extreme hot sauce before we do a trip report?
Not today.
No.
Audience trip roundup.
Yeah, I think my days of hot sauce are numbered. No, they're not at all. I'm still going to eat hot sauce a lot, but I'm having a week or so off. This report comes from Rianne. Hi.
Hi.
Here's my trip report of our visit at the end of August. I went with my 6-year-old and 7-year-old girls for 4 nights staying at Hotel Cheyenne. I thought I'd do a trip report just of our favourite character meets, as these were some of the best parts of our trip.
Specific.
Yeah, and they're all headlines.
Specifically.
Jessie. This was my girl's favourite from last year's trip. Again, it was lovely. My girls were dressed up and Jessie took them by the hand to do a little dance together.
Jess
and
is
then
the
walked
best.
away, indicating they could do the meet instead. I think Hugh has also commented before that this meet is consistently good.
Yeah.
and it was almost exactly the same as last year, which was just perfect and a great start to the holiday.
So this is near Cowboy Cookout normally, isn't it,
Yeah.
Jessie? And she's just so much fun. She'll like she took Bonnie on a little walk, took her by the hand and like walked around with her, just the two of them off doing a little thing, no rush. Mind you, there's never like a massive queue for her, but there should
There's
be.
not a lot going on down there, is there? Apart from the theatre, the railway
No, that's
the
why
station's never open.
I love
Yeah.
it down there.
Yeah.
It's so peaceful.
It's great.
And also, there's another great spot that is in, like, I suppose it would be a beer garden bit of Cowboy Cookout, and it's just round the corner. And they usually have people like Minnie in a cowgirl outfit,
People like Minnie.
Goofy in his cowboy outfit,
Yeah.
like just slightly quirky characters you don't see other places. And we've seen like 4 characters there with no weight,
Walking
like
up,
zero
walking
weight.
up to see one of the big 5.
Yeah. So get and there's very little footfall around there. I think that's what the thing is.
Yeah. Geppetto, number 2. The next morning, my oldest was excited to dress up as Pinocchio for the character breakfast, but we must have been one of the few families that was disappointed that Pinocchio was replaced by Stitch. Geppetto was still there, though, which was also a really fun meet. Nice. That was probably my favourite was Geppetto when I went with my parents.
Yeah.
Because he stood behind Lucas doing this.
Oh, that's
Puppeteering him.
Yeah,
That's
it was good.
clever.
It was nice. Olaf. We went to Olaf about half an hour before the start of his slot and then just sat down reading a story. This was such a good meet and Olaf spent a lot of time with everyone. I'm not naturally very creative, but inspired by Lucy, I made the girls an Olaf headband and stuck some black pom-pom buttons on a white skirt and sleeveless top, which they then put on over a brown t-shirt and gloves.
Oh, yay!
They got a lot of attention and warm hugs from Olaf. So much fun. After that, we had a look at the zoetrope. Thank you so much for suggesting that.
The best.
We probably would have walked past it, but we thought it was amazing.
That's the thing. It's a little secret.
Top 5 hidden spots in Disneyland Paris. Tell you.
Yeah.
Is it going to stay after all this stuff happens?
I
Oh
hope so.
no, they can't get rid
They'll
of the
move it somewhere else,
zoetrope.
surely. If they have to move
Yeah. I mean, why would you get rid of something like that? I mean-
it. Just get in the way.
It's amazing. If you don't know what we're on about,
Go
just
see it.
go to the Art of Animation building with the one with the big top hat,
Turn left.
and then the zoetrope. That's all you need to know.
Back
We're going to
left.
say no more.
Back left.
Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh was out during early magic hours, so we went straight there at 8:30. We had the best cuddles, and the children were laughing so much when Pooh held their cuddly toy like it was a baby, and when he took them by the hand to jump off the steps together.
Oh,
That's better than cuddly toy holding your poo like it's a baby.
Thanks
what?
you. Just make a timestamp of that. Cinderella, Susie and Perla. At 12, it was time for lunch with the princesses. This was much more relaxed and less rushed compared to the character breakfast and the royal banquet. The girls wore their Cinderella dresses and we took our Gus Gus toy. This meant the mice... I was waiting for you to do that. I literally paused while you were doing it straight away. This meant the mice, Susie and Perla, spent a lot of time at our table, running off with the Gus toy, for example. Cinderella herself was also really good. Rapunzel. We were so happy when we saw Rapunzel was at the restaurant that day, and it didn't disappoint. My girls chatted with her about light-up trainers and asked about Finn. Rapunzel had a great answer telling them about how he was out picking apples because Maximus ate them all.
Oh.
That rotten horse.
Is this a auberge?
Yes,
Right, okay.
I'm assuming so.
Yes, I am, yeah.
Finally, Captain Hook. This was the pick of my youngest, and so good, and as good as she hoped. She had a fake hook on her hand as part of her costume, and Captain Hook took it from her. The cast member then joined in saying my daughter's hook was better because it was gold and not silver, and so Captain Hook stomped off with it. He made us all laugh, and it was a great way to end our holiday.
It made me laugh. I wasn't even
Yeah.
there.
That's great.
That's good.
Next heading is not all perfect.
Uh-oh, here we go. Rub your hands.
This is for Hugh.
Yeah, I love this stuff.
Now, to balance it out a bit, after all that magic, I thought I'd end my report with my top 3 minor annoyances.
All right.
We need a jingle for that.
Yeah. Well, we kind of got
We've
one.
got one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you must be grumpy.
It's so long since we've used that jingle, I forgot it existed. At number 3, how hard is it how hard it was to make clear that we wanted to order at Café de la Bruce, considering they only have about 5 items on the menu. Also, no pineapple whip, of course.
Of course.
At 2, when my daughter was keen to take a picture in the Autopia photo opportunity outside the ride, but despite us politely queuing up to wait our turn, another family just let their children play there while they were on their phones.
Oh, God. These are classics. These are classic gripes. I'm loving it.
And in at number
But
1...
I'm also angry.
And in at number 1, we waited 40 minutes in the sun on the white line for the million splashes of colour parade in our handmade dresses of
know
joy
where
from the
this is
inside
going.
out, only for a rival, in quotation marks, Joy, on the opposite side to whip out a Joy mask at the last moment, so the Joy went straight to her instead.
Oh,
She did come back to us later on. I might have desperately shouted, Joy!
Joy!
But I find the praise just a bit too stressful and crowded. I wanted to end by saying thank you. I love your shows. I don't usually watch live on a Sunday, but I will keep listening. Rianne, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rianne.
That was good.
I
It's-
love that there's of all characters, a rival Joy. That's a bit of an
Rival Joy.
oxymoron, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's like, Joy!
I liked the specificity of that report in that it was characters and gripes, and those were the things. That was a nice,
Characters and gripes.
nice way of mixing it up.
It was good. If you'd like to send in a trip report, I'm getting good at this bit, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
If you'd like to send in a trip report, you can email us at mailbox@37disneystreet.co.uk. Try and keep it under 1,000 words, because that just makes it a little bit easier for us to time and read out. But if you have to go over, then by all means go over.
Sounds great, Chris. What was that email again?
It's mailbox@37disneystreet.co.uk.
Sounds great.
You can also send us questions and whatnots there, can't they?
You can send us questions and whatnots as well. You can.
Yeah.
Back in the chat.
Meanwhile, back in the chat.
Tanya says, I just went to DLP with the kids, and I can't imagine... We've had that one. John said... sorry, Tanya. John says, as a childless couple who've been 3 times, can confirm DLP without kids is a hoot.
Yeah.
I bet it is.
I'm sure it is a hoot without the kids. It's just that we kind of like our kids. We kind of want them with us.
Whitney says, I've gone both with and without kids, and they were both wonderful in different ways. I can see that. Without kids, I spent a lot of time walking around, people watching, and offering to take other people's family photos.
Nice.
I do that. That's like my... The thing is, Hugh's like a legitimately good photographer. You must follow Hugh on whatever. What should they follow you on? Instagram?
Just follow him.
If they like, Instagram,
We'll
friends.
give out his address.
He's like...
Photo. F-O-T-O.
on
Photo.
a daily basis, he's putting up amazing photos. So they might be better with him, but whenever I see like a group of people and one person struggling, I always go, do you want me to take your photo? That's like my good deed.
Thing is, it's awkward though, because often they'll say no.
Well, that's all right.
And actually,
I'm also very
Just
good.
in case
I'm
you're
all
going to
very
nick their
good.
phone.
I think they're more likely to say yes to me than you. That's the weird thing.
I never want someone to, like, if I'm taking a picture with all my friends in the background and I'm kind of doing an arm's length, so I'm kind of like a selfie with my friends in the background. I like those pictures though.
Yes, because
That-
you want
And
to
when
do
people
that.
go,
Yeah.
oh,
No,
do you
no,
want
no.
to take one? I'm like, no, I don't.
No, I never do it for those. It's when you can see one family member taking a photo of the other family members. You
Yeah,
know,
and
when
then
you
swapping round.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
see
yeah.
the dad taking a picture of like the mum and the granddad and what I'm like, no, you want to be in this. Go on.
I like the idea that all of the photographs are like that, and then there's one with them all in, and then the friends go, wait, but who took that one?
Yeah, exactly.
And then they go, okay.
It's really lovely, Northern
no,
lass.
no, they go, I can't remember.
I like it when someone comes and takes your picture, and then when you look at your phone later on, you realise they've taken a selfie of themselves as well. Just to,
Oh, when they've turned it round and they're going like that.
Oh, I should do that next time.
yeah.
Like wink. Like, wink. And as you pass it back, go, there's a little extra something special in there for you.
I'll leave that one.
Look at it later.
We said we were going to scratch some things off, and we've only got a couple of minutes left. So
Yeah,
let's
let's
do
do
some
it.
scratching.
Scratch it.
Get scratching,
Oh.
Lucy.
Does anyone want some more grape?
Thing
Oh,
is,
yeah, go on and
as I
finish.
stand up, I just realised I put my really inelegant jogging bottoms on, thinking that I'd be like a newsreader and only seen from the waist up. Never mind. So I'm getting rid of Florida, aren't I?
Well, yeah, okay, we can do Florida.
You
I'm
need to
doing
move over to the
Florida.
side slightly so we can...
Can we also do North Carolina?
We certainly can. Florida stops there.
we've still got-
North.
We still got Maryland to do, and Miss Maryland, Canada. Canada's
No.
a big one.
We'll be here for months.
Can we be more specific about Canada?
We maybe need to
Who's-
do
Yeah.
that offline.
Who's a Canadian listener?
Because they've got big provinces, haven't they? I can do a province.
Yeah.
Give me another one. Give me another one.
Oh, have you done those two?
I've done North Carolina and Florida.
Do Maryland.
You're checking my geography now. It's up here somewhere. Is it there? Yeah.
Literally, all anyone can see is the back of everybody's heads.
I think it's that. I think it's there. Okay.
Cool.
On the coast near Washington, yeah?
I don't.
Maryland, I think.
I don't know.
Right.
Who
Okay.
knows? Somebody knows.
We've got 3 states there.
Marylandian.
Lisa
Three-
says I'm from Prince Edward Island, Canada.
Right. Where's that?
Yeah, where is that? Come on,
Where
Lisa,
is
help us
that?
out here.
Prince Edward Island. Is that like one of these islands down here with Nova Scotia and Newfoundland and things?
Prince. This is great for a podcast. Island.
Right. I'm going to wait till she replies because I couldn't see it.
Okay.
Okay. This is exciting though. World of listeners here. World of listeners.
Is this the first time Lisa's popped up in the chat just to tell us this?
North of Nova Scotia.
North of Nova Scotia. I think I can scratch all of Nova Scotia off then. And
Do
I'm
you reckon?
gonna, yeah,
It's a tiny island on the east coast, she says.
there we go. I'm doing all of Nova Scotia,
know
is
what?
that alright?
That sounds lovely.
And now that I've scratched it, I can see it.
Is it lovely, Lisa?
Oh, is it there?
I can see, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Lisa, is it lovely? Anyway,
It's right nice.
so
No, what was it, St John's?
that was the show.
Prince Edward.
Prince Edward.
Prince
Oh, no.
Edward, St John. Prince Edward.
Because there's somewhere called St John's as well. Yep, okay, we're good, we're good.
St John's is there.
Yeah,
There we are.
yeah. Got it.
Bit of geography for you there.
There we go.
For those of you listening to the podcast, we just scratched some stuff off.
Yeah, we did.
Of a scratchable world
Yeah.
map.
If you look at a map,
It's lovely. The land
those
of
places.
Anne of Green Gables.
Oh, lovely.
I've heard of that.
If anyone literary ever wants to know where we live, if you are living in Canada and America and might not be sure, we are very close to where the Bronte sisters wrote stuff like Wuthering Heights and
and that.
but we got married in the house that inspired Shirley.
And Wuthering Heights too.
Yeah.
Still Wuthering.
Agnes Grey, Jane
More
Eyre.
importantly, we live in the rhubarb triangle, where over
Yeah.
80% of the world's rhubarb
Yeah.
is.
And I still haven't had rhubarb.
That is true. And
Really?
also,
You had some rhubarb in a chili sauce once. 'Cause
Oh.
I bought a rhubarb
Okay.
chili sauce.
Imagine if I found out I was allergic to it.
You weren't.
And
you
I-
weren't.
But yeah, but
It wasn't very
imagine-
hot.
But
it
imagine.
Oh, do you want to hear some serendipity here?
Go on.
Jade is from Monaghan Island. No, Monaghan, Ireland, which is twinned with Prince Edward Island.
Ooh. Scratch it off.
Ah.
Hey. Anyway, we should go.
I'm scratching off Ireland.
Okay.
What's
Right.
Right. Yes, you're right. You're right, Hugh. We should go.
I already had the north of Ireland scratched off. Now I've got Ireland, the Republic of Ireland.
Are we doing
Scratch
EMT for our Patreon pals today?
Let's do it.
Shall we? I've already put a link in, so hopefully we won't have our looping audio issues that we do occasionally have. But it is always a good laugh when that happens, isn't it?
Yay! Yeah, it is.
Oh,
We've
joy.
created some truly original soundscapes through that method, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Oh, look, Lisa and Jade they're like best friends now.
I know.
We've just brought people together from twinned countries.
So what we
counties,
do.
places. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's just
Thank you
beautiful.
so much for being with us, Disney
what I
pals.
do.
It's so lovely to be back in our usual Sunday spot, and thank
That's
you all
what I
for
do.
being so wonderful. And thank you, Christopher, for all your hard work last week.
About time.
Honest to God, what I didn't do, I believe I was very enthusiastic about it on the day.
It was a great. Oh, we'll talk about this on the EMT show probably.
Okay.
Let's not talk about it
So
now.
thank you all lots. I've been Lucy. These have been the boys. Bye bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Oh my gosh. That was fun.
Golly gosh, indeed, it was jolly good fun.
Jolly good fun.